This is Ben Davison. Subscribe to Stephen Icon.
So, hot off the press as of a few minutes ago and straight into the description box of this video for you guys to go have a look for yourself or fact check me, however you want to do it, where Tyson Fury is claiming that the WBO World Heavyweight Title could be on the line for himself and Tom Schwarz on Saturday night. Now we'll get straight into Tyson Fury's statement, then we'll have like a little chat about it, so make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. So, Tyson Fury's statement. I'm hearing now that the WBO World Heavyweight Title could be on the line on Saturday night. That's inside information, so maybe I shouldn't have said that, though now I've said it anyway, so maybe it'll be on the line on Saturday night. There's a chance, it's highly doable, so I've been told, so maybe it'll be for the WBO Championship as well. When you're the lineal champion, that's as big as it gets. It doesn't get any bigger than that. It doesn't matter how many belts the other heavyweights have got, they've got to beat Tyson Fury to be the number one. If not, then the winner of me and Tom Schwarz will be the mandatory for the WBO because it's number 3 and number 2 in the rankings fighting each other. So that is Tyson Fury's statement. The article does go on to other bits as well from Tyson Fury and what have you, but I want to talk about this WBO situation. Now, as we know that they are due to be called, that is for sure, originally it was meant to be Anthony Joshua, but now obviously Andy Ruiz Jr. But Joshua Ruiz have agreed a rematch. So it does bring into question, is Tyson Fury clowning? Could well be, because Eddie Hearn has said that he's spoken to all the sanctioning bodies and all of them are happy for their title to be on the line. So that would be the WBA, the IBF, the IBO and the WBO. But would it surprise me if the title was on the line? No. And the reason that it won't surprise me at all is because Frank Warren and Bob Arum. These guys have very, very strong, good ties. Some say a little bit seedy, a little bit shouldn't really be happening, but they have very good ties with the WBO. Just look at all their fighters. They're world champions, former world champions, all WBO. There's the odd one here and there that's not. Just look at BJ Saunders, super middleweight WBO world champion, former WBO middleweight champion. Terence Crawford, current WBO welterweight world champion. Vasyl Lomachenko, WBO champion also. Terry Flanagan, former WBO world champion. And the list goes on. Obviously, Anthony Yarde versus Sergey Kovalev for the WBO title. You kind of get the drift of what's going on here. So these guys do have a lot of influence over the WBO. But would that be unfair to strip Andy Ruiz Jr. for him taking a rematch with Anthony Joshua? Now, I did a video a little while ago saying that it's possible that the IBF may do it because they have history of doing it, as they did strip Tyson Fury for taking a rematch with Vladimir Klitschko, which of course never happened. But because he signed up for that one for whatever reason, even though he didn't need to because he was mandatory for Klitschko, but he did anyway. And because he wasn't going to go fight Glasgow, they stripped the IBF. Could the same thing happen with the WBO? It's possible. Maybe the WBO are not too happy with Andy Ruiz being their champion. I don't know what it is. Maybe they're not happy about Joshua going for their belt again. Who knows? Who knows? But it could also just be a smokescreen for Tyson Fury to try and get a few people to watch his fight, just in case it's for the world title. But whether it is, whether it isn't, and what it could be for the WBO mandatory, again, unlikely. Because Alexander Usyk, former WBO he's former unified cruiserweight world champion, but he's been given champion status for heavyweight. In other words, he can install himself as mandatory in the heavyweight rankings for the WBO at any given time. Much like Terence Crawford, when he moved up to welterweight, installed himself as the mandatory for the WBO, which is why Jeff Horn had to fight him. So these things can happen. So is Tyson Fury hearing things that could be true? Yes, it's very possible. Is he clowning? Yeah, it could work. It's just as possible as reality of it. Of course it is. But that would be not good for Andy Ruiz Jr., as that's the belt that he wanted. That's the belt that he felt he beat Joseph Parker for. But Joseph Parker got the decision. So that's the belt that he really wanted. And for him to get the belt stripped straight off of him with, 2 weeks since winning there, that would be pretty harsh, wouldn't it? It really, really would. But listen, it will open up the heavyweight division again, of course. Listen, Tyson Fury's putting a lot of stock into the lineal. Before Tyson Fury, nobody ever spoke about lineal. Ever. It just never, ever happened. Okay, but Tyson Fury, of course, he's talking about lineal. Why? Because he didn't have a physical title. So this is his claim to be number one. Listen, I have no issues with him being lineal at all. Listen, he's a British fighter, no problem. If it was somebody else, I might go, nah, I don't think so. Lineal, as an imaginary title, but because it's Tyson Fury or a British fighter, I'm like, yeah, definitely. Listen, I'm a little biased, what can I say? But if this title was to be on the line, is that fair on Andy Ruiz Jr? Is that fair on Anthony Joshua? Probably not. But listen, this is boxing. You know, these kind of things do happen. Would it be unfair on Alexander Usyk? Maybe not. Would it be unfair on Dillian Whyte? He's currently the number one. Maybe not. But we'll have to wait and see. Either way, Tyson Fury is claiming that he's got inside information that the WBO World Title could be on the line. Well, we'll have to wait and see on Saturday night if the title will be on the line. And if it is, then there's a lot of questions that need to be asked of Frank Warren and Bob Arum as to what kind of links do you have with the WBO that you managed to convince them to strip Andy Ruiz Jr. and not allow him to defend that title against Anthony Joshua, your former world champion. Anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens. Anyway, you drop your thoughts below about it, click thumbs up and subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.